Welcome back to tonight's sad reality. Oh my gosh, it has been 5 days, but life's been a movie, and allow me to explain. So, tonight's sad reality, originally, like, if I recorded this right when I got home, it would have been a really sad reality because I was pissed. But then I took a nap and everything just suddenly gets better, I guess. But it's funny, so I got to work this morning, and the first thing that happens, I walk in, my boss is like, you had like a movie entrance, right? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he said, well, you had these Canadian geese fly in front of you, and I was going to debate him as to whether or not the geese were actually Canadian, but I don't, are they just regular geese? I don't know. But I was like, literally 2 minutes before my shift started, kind of, which was 15 minutes after I was supposed to be at work. So that's always amazing. Although I swear every time this game starts, I did one practice run just to calibrate my audio here. I immediately started with a draw 4, so that's always amazing. But so much has happened over the past 5 days, so I want to do my best I absolutely can to recount all this. And we're gonna play some Uno, I guess, and get pissed off by some AI. What's parallel to the real world? Anyone? AI pissing anyone off lately? Instagram Reels, gosh. Sora AI, all this other stuff. I don't really use any of it. The most I ever messed around with was ChatGPT, and that was for school reasons. Which technically was all fair game. All fair game. Don't worry too much. Worry a little bit, but not too much. So yeah. Gosh, where was I going with all this? When I was driving into work this morning, one of the first things I was thinking about was about literally how nice all the weather's been. I always joke with customers that it's nice when the seasons are changing, but people kind of hate the seasons. Like people hate the cold, and they hate the hot. And while the seasons change, you get something in between, and you get what you thought you liked because you were hating the other thing, right? It's like Apple or Android. There's always one reason to hate one or the other, apparently. Let's play the skip. Why not? Also, I love games like this where it's kind of brain dead, so I can just sit here and talk and talk and talk. And I'm so glad that's a sound effect that exists. And then there's not too much else to do beyond that. Is the game going to be over quickly? It's not that. He's not the guy. He forgot to. The AIs forget. He's not the. What's the highest level of CPU? And was it Wii Boxing or whatever? I don't know if it was just like high level difficulty or the ELO or whatever that system was. Like getting my turn skipped. But there were some like really nice fall colors outside, and I was gonna make a video. It's like beautiful autumn, and I still might do that. But it's just such a nice time, I guess. And it's funny too, because I swear I remember it happening um, earlier in the year each year. But this time it was way later. Like it was way after Halloween when. Also, wait, it's already November 5th. Oh my gosh, it's November 5th, guys. We're 5 days through November. Hopefully, you're all holding strong. If you know, you know. If you don't know, well, I'm glad you don't know. That was actually not a bad reverse decision there. I'm kind of glad I did that, and it was also super brain dead. Another reason I think I would suck at Twitch streaming is I'm not able to read chat and play a game at the same time. Also, just watch that card disappear at the bottom of the stack there. We're gonna do this. No shot I win, right? It's not gonna happen. I refuse. Yep. Back to Uno. Anyway, so all this aside, I get to work today, and I have probably one of the most horrendous days I've had in a while. Metrics were down, and so was my attitude after that. But 90% of that was honestly just customers. I had 4 in a row that wanted to argue with me, and I was like, wow, I'm kind of hating working in retail. Nothing different about that than normal. But man, it was really bad today. In fact, when my coworker got into work today, so the one she's supposed to like take my place, maybe the front end lead or whatever. Um, Immediately the first thing she said was, "Oh my gosh, customers have been so bad today." Okay, finally someone won. Yay! Good job, AI. Good job. You're a valued member of draining the carbon from this world, or however that works. We're gonna do maybe 1 or 2 more rounds, depends on how long they last. You know how Uno can be. But on top of that, so I think it was either yesterday or 2 days ago, my sense of time is horrendous, as you probably know by my upload schedule. And something new kind of fell onto my plate recently, and it was that, oh hey, so you're good at marketing and sales, and you can weasel your way into any conversation. How about a real sales job? I do not want to challenge this. I'm gonna, well, we stack a little bit. It's like, if I have a +4, I can stack that, right? I can. You can stack them. I'm so happy you can. But so, my mom does a lot of physical therapy stuff, and despite my extreme lifestyle disagreements with her, or mental disagreements, or whatever, I don't think she's a good person. She did come to me the other day, and she was like, "Oh hey, so I had a client who she just works physical therapy, so patient, I guess, client, whatever, and this patient said that he does a lot of sales stuff. Recently lost a this one girl who'd worked for him for like I think like 10 months, but she made like 180K in that time. I'm like, okay, money signs flashing in my eyes. That's a pretty good deal. But there's always a cost to everything, right? What I've always told people is I'm not working at exporting goods for the money. It is because, quite simply, I need a job, and apparently to be worth something in this world to my parents. Now, I think to my dad, I've more than proved that I have work ethic. I think to my mom, I'm just, again, you sweep me under under the rug whenever you want to, and other days you brag about my success, apparently, which beyond pisses me off, but such is the life we live. But this puts me in this dilemma of, hey, how do I want to go about this, you know? Do I want to go for that? I really do, in all honesty. I hate retail. Um, but there's also, again, a cost to it. There's a lot of moving behind. My boss has me literally training up the new holiday hires, which I actually met one yesterday. Pretty charismatic, funny enough, said the same conversation that I've had with probably hundreds of people at this point of, hey, I want to start a YouTube channel, I've had these ideas, hey, what's your YouTube channel? And I told him about my main channel, not this one. This one is banished to the pits of hell, probably. Awkward silence. And, yeah, I guess we had that whole conversation. But, I've been training people, and there's a lot for me to do. But at the same time, I have felt with career development, whatever, my boss has literally offered me full time. I want to say probably like 6 or 7 times, and I've said yes all those times, and then still nothing has happened. And I'm like, if you really want to retain talent, this is not how you do it. You don't put talent on your desk and let it rot there for a week or two. You're gonna keep doing whatever you can with them. Most companies that are big or successful, it's not the what they had going that kills their business. It's a few bad moves and not retaining that talent. Because it's kind of an important thing to do is keep the people that can do well and then find new people who can succeed in the areas you're not currently succeeding. And because I have apparently this unique skill set that nobody else has for whatever reason, even though it's just talking to people and saying, hey, do you want to sign up for a credit card? I mean, not like that, but you know how it is. Um, it's just the world we live in, I guess, where I have to train people to do this. And like, hey, I don't think anyone's actually really going to take the advice I give. I would love if they did, and it would be the next me, I guess. But I doubt anyone's actually going to go the full mile and do that. You know? Dang it. I feel like Chomper's gonna win this round. Or maybe Pudding. Place your bets now. What is that voice line? I was reading reviews for this earlier, and apparently, Uno got, like, review bombed because Ubisoft $5 DLC for something that literally causes the game to crash more and more is the least stable thing they apparently ever added to the game. And it's just all around horrendous. That's always peak. That's fine too. I considered playing this with a few friends, I guess. Um, is this gonna be the one that ends it? Let's see for green. It is not. He, she, it, they, the robot in question. We're locked in. And this guy's gotta get locked out of ever winning. The Luna. I love not editing these videos, so you just have to deal with every cough or sneeze that plagues my poor genetics. But that's something I'm really looking forward to. I really hope that does work out. But in the meantime, obviously, YouTube's still what I want to do. You know, it's not like I'm here for the money. I'm here for everything else, and like being someone to keep my place in this house, even however long that lasts. You know, as far as roommates go, something I've considered is I need to find someone for that. But I don't have anyone that I keep really close to me, and that's because I feel like most people are fake. Even today, I felt kind of fake. My boss was like, "Hey, how you doing today?" And I'm like, "I'm doing all right," you know. And I was like, I'm my soul wants to leave its body. I have hated the customers so much today. As my metrics were kind of bad, it's just I had nothing to really work with. My attitude kind of hit the ground after arguing with the fourth person in a row. Let's see. Another 0. Wow. Is it a blue that they have? Did I just screw over the game? I didn't. So between all that, I went to Panera, I think this Monday, so it would have been a few days ago at this point. And I was talking YouTube, as it's been a while, but something I really genuinely so enjoy. Um, that coworker that I hired forever ago, she's been phenomenal doing art, working on stuff, and I've got a lot that I've been working on as far as resetting things back up, getting my channel back and going, my top 10 games of this year, 2025, I guess, which probably, ironically enough, won't be any games I've played on this. Well, there'll be games I've played on this channel, just not tons, obviously, and not nothing I like went feral for or whatever. That's a funny word, being a furry, I guess, but whatever. Hey, you know this channel's a furry channel? Well, kind of not really a furry channel. It's a me channel. I happen to have a Zoroark for the PFP, but as someone who's a furry, I guess now you know, or you wish you didn't know. I don't know. All the word salad. But so all this has happened kind of at once. I sat there, we talked for like 3 hours, and it wasn't all YouTube. Some of it was like, hey, there's, you know, this going on in life. At some point we might go to a FurCon together. There's cool things that the future might hold, you know, we never know. It's just, there we go, Chomper did pull it through, I was right. Also, I'm so glad they added some currency system to this, I guess. And then we do one more round for tonight. It's kind of funny, I had so many ideas written down for videos, and it's not that I didn't want to record them, I just felt like I couldn't really find a new game to play for it, and it's not that that's really mattered to me always on this channel. But if you have any ideas for games to play, please put them down in the comments, especially if they're free, because, oh boy, I need some more fuel to cook with here. I'm going to be talking about our store getting robbed a few times, maybe tomorrow or whatever, playing some one-armed robber. Any game, throw it up there. I don't care if it's Roblox, just hopefully it's not slop content, although I might do steal a brain rot at some point to talk about how I feel about anyone over the age of 30 that doesn't know how to use, or doesn't know how to shop at a store, apparently. That's something that drives me ballistic, and may or may not have happened today. But, yeah, I guess kind of as I've seen it, life's a movie, it's whatever you make of it. I've had so many friends come back to me recently, we've just had a chit-chat, sat down, started talking about things, and, it's really weird. People are like, hey, you always have people in your life despite whatever shit's going on, and you find a way to make it work. And I'm like, yeah, that's, I guess, kind of who I am. Doesn't matter how bad stuff gets, I will find a way to always surround myself with people, even if sometimes I think those people are weird or whatever, but they're there and I appreciate them for being there, you know? Kind of like having an audience or even just coworkers to talk with, and despite our sins or vices or virtues, what have you. So, one of the editors for the main channel episode, I was talking with him tonight, been, I think, literally a month since we talked last. He's been working on IT stuff in college, it's all been going well for him, and, I guess I'm kind of excited because that means he's, you know, going in a direction he enjoys. As for me, though, it's always difficult to find talent and keep them, kind of like, you know, what I was complaining about with exporting goods, funny enough. So I guess, hey, making the same mistakes the company I am, or employed by is making, but I made that mistake before they did, in all fairness, at least in my experience and my scope of the problem, so something I'm learning twice, and I hopefully won't forget. Uno.
Uno.
Are we gonna make it around? Nope. Not this time anyways. It's funny too, I haven't even been playing like hyper strategically. I've just kind of been throwing cards at the deck here. But yeah, so if life is a movie, it's whatever you make of it, and truthfully, you can be whomever you want to be. You can do whatever you put your mind towards, but only if you truly want it enough and you're willing to make whatever it is happen. So, thank you so much for watching. It's been some ups and downs, and I'll talk about that more in a few coming videos, and hopefully we'll get back to that grind, that schedule. So, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your night, and I will see you in tomorrow's Sad Reality. Have a good one, y'all.